What is a job? For some people, it's just something that guarantees a paycheck. For others, it is much more than a source of livelihood. It's an identity and part of what defines their self-worth. But no matter what a job means to you, when anything threatens to take it away, that is bound to be a source of anxiety. And this is exactly what AI, in the form of generative tools, have done since they became publicly available in 2022. But according to the World Economic Forum's Future of Work Report 2025, 92 million jobs are projected to disappear by 2030, while 170 million new ones will be created. As AI increasingly reduces the need for companies to hire for entry-level roles, getting a job will mean years of experience or a set of precise skills in high demand. But to gain experience, you must have had a job. Egg before chicken. Now, if we have been lamenting about how difficult it is to get a job, I just want to think about how life will be for the next crop of graduates. Will AI take my job or replace me? This question has been very recurring in headlines, office chit chats, and online communities. And the answer used to be a human using AI will. But since then, there have been mass layoffs due to AI automation gains, and AI HR agents have replaced real people at their jobs. Now, tech executives have also confirmed this trend, and the threat is very, very real. As a writer and a webmaster, every day I see posts on how AI overviews is killing SEO and stealing traffic from sites. And I used to hire junior writers to do my research and write my drafts, which I'll still thoroughly edit before posting. Now, I use AI to complete some of those tasks. I have been very proactive in adopting AI and learning about it. But in a corner of my mind, there's still a small doubt that I have not covered all my bases. So I needed to answer this question as best as I can, given the current AI landscape and available research. And this video is meant to dissect my findings. Hi everyone, my name is Chika and this is Simple Sanskrit. So let's start with the current state of work with AI. The first casualties of AI automation were call center agents, data entry clerks, and basically jobs involving predictable, repetitive tasks that machines excel at. And according to the World Economic Forum, in collaboration with hiring platforms like LinkedIn and Indeed, the fastest declining roles heavily influenced by AI and automation include various clerical and administrative roles. But generative LLMs like ChatGPT have expanded the roles affected by AI to include the creative industry, like writing, photography, drawing, music, and voice acting gig. They have seen significant post reductions since people can now use AI tools to generate some of these. But aside productivity gains and speed, companies replacing human workers with AI are also motivated by financial gains. An example is Microsoft's 2024 The Business Opportunity of AI Findings, which shows that when organizations truly commit and invest in AI, for every $1 it invests, it realizes an average return of $3.7. That's a 3.7 times gain. These are the industries already seeing measurable AI impact. In customer support, chatbots and voice agents are replacing first-level customer support across banking, telecom, and e-commerce. In May this year, Klarna, a buy now, pay later fintech company, replaced thousands of its employees with chatbots in a brazen AI experiment that failed. However, other companies have also reduced their investments in human customer support. Microsoft said it saved $500 million last year by using AI in its call centers. Then we have media and communications, where media companies like BuzzFeed and CNET have experimented controversially with AI-generated articles, cutting human writers in the process. And several other non-media companies like Duolingo have also cut human content creators in an effort to harness the cost-cutting benefits of AI and present themselves as AI-first companies. Then there is finance and legal, where document review, auditing, and compliance checks are now routinely augmented or even totally completed by machine learning tools. which can finish these tasks in a fraction of the time it would take a human to complete. And this has caused a slash in the need for juniors and interns in these industries. Now let's talk about the jobs being reshaped by AI, because not all AI job disruption means replacement. AI has transformed how many white-collar roles are being carried out. Think of marketing departments who now use AI to deliver hyper-personalized marketing and automate marketing decisions, or even doctors relying on diagnostic AI to speed up assessments, because these tools have proven to be faster and even better at completing these tasks than human beings. Then there are software engineers who are increasingly coding alongside AI coding assistants and even generating code from scratch, while teachers are supplementing tutoring with AI-driven platforms. Now, the numerous job cuts and proposed layoffs resulting from AI advancements is evidence to support the claim that AI is replacing humans at work. However, the roles that have been replaced are those where little to no imagination is required, or the tasks are repetitive and predictable, and also roles where AI can easily do the jobs better. Now, you have to keep it at the back of your mind that when AI is deployed, automation gains simply mean that fewer hands are needed on the job. Hence, the layoffs are like a given. But not all jobs will be affected adversely by AI. Some industries have remained surprisingly AI resistant, maybe due to their inherent human nature or human-centered nature. Jobs like plumbing, electricians, and repair workers, who increasingly depend on diagnostic skills that are more like they have to gauge it. And then jobs where emotional labor, care, and safety judgments are needed. And then jobs also that need nuance and are unpredictable, or where ethical decisions need to be made. These are jobs that are safe for now, not because AI cannot theoretically do them, but because deploying that level of artificial general intelligence at scale remains deeply resource intensive. And by the way, AGI is still a goal we haven't yet achieved. But as AI deployment becomes widespread, humans on the job will become premium. That's a given. So before I go ahead with the impact of AI and what it means for the future of work, I wanted to touch on AI's current limitations to give perspective. So even as AI tools rapidly evolve, their adoption still faces real-world friction. We have compute constraints. Training advanced AI models is a very GPU intensive venture, and GPUs are very expensive. Then there are the energy demands for training and running AI models. They consume enormous amounts of electricity, and currently global electricity supply is a limited and shared resource. Then there's also the global inequality for the adoption of AI. Developing countries don't have the necessary capacity and infrastructure to have AI deployed. Then we have AI overhype. CEOs have gone on to say that very soon AI will be completing codes unsupervised. But just last week, we had Replete AI, an AI tool that generates code from normal English, deleting this company's production database and modifying codes without permission, and then went ahead to lie about it. It was essentially a case of an AI going rogue and trying to cover it up. This is what we're dealing with. Now let's move forward to the future of work by 2030, as proposed by the World Economic Forum. Regardless of the challenges facing AI's growth and adoption, its continued improvement will lead to widespread changes in jobs and job descriptions. But according to the World Economic Forum's Future of Work Report 2025, 92 million jobs are projected to disappear by 2030, while 170 million new ones will be created. This will result in a net gain of 78 million jobs. Now, the obvious part is reinvention because AI is going to remove the need for some roles while emerging and newer roles like big data scientists, AI and ML engineer, security management specialists, and even data warehousing specialists are going to be more in demand faster than even universities and upskilling platforms can train people. Now, if you want a more in-depth scope on this future of work report, I've linked it in the description so you can go ahead and look at it. Let's talk about how to evolve with AI and keep your job. You have to build something to get hired. That's the first strategy. As AI increasingly reduces the need for companies to hire for entry-level roles, getting a job will mean years of experience or a set of precise skills in high demand. But to gain experience, you must have had a job. Egg before chicken. Now, if we have been lamenting about how difficult it is to get a job, I just want to think about how life will be for the next crop of graduates. But all hope is not lost. AI frontliners like Alexander Wang, formerly of Scale AI and Meta, are redefining the path to employment. I think we should borrow a strategy from their story, which is to build something and then get hired. Essentially, building something relevant while you learn so you can become a valuable hire. And this is an old strategy, by the way. It's not new. Then the second one will be to experiment with AI tools because even non-tech professionals will feel the need to become more comfortable with using AI at their jobs, such as doctors using AI to run diagnostics. I keep using this example because it's going to be a very hard pill for some people to swallow. And at this point, I can't even think of an industry that would not be directly or indirectly impacted by AI. So it's a strategy that has to be thought about. And then evolving with AI will require rapid training and lifelong learning, even in the absence of a structured environment. And it wouldn't be surprising if our current skills would metamorphose into something different in 5 years with all these extra skills that we have to add to what we already have. Currently, we even have stories of people going to job interviews and just the inability to say that you have AI incorporated in your workflow or your task flow means that getting that job is like very, very low chance. So if you are in a vulnerable role, don't wait. Reskilling and upskilling are now like lifelines. And thanks to online learning platforms, learning how to use AI tools and understanding how to work with AI may be the difference between you remaining relevant or becoming obsolete at your current role. And lastly, last strategy. Don't forget to show your work. This has been overtalked. Build publicly, write case studies, and let recruiters see your evolution. Now, in conclusion, the future of work is actually blended. The better question is, how will AI change the way I work? A lot of our daily tasks are already being run through AI tools to optimize or make it better. And no human can compete with that. And no one can genuinely undermine the role of artificial intelligence in workplaces currently. So working with AI tools or having an AI assistant is not a trend that will go away. Bigger and better versions of the current tools we use will occupy more space in our work lives as the years pass. But for now, some of the facts are that AI can only perform tasks that are related to its training data. And until AGI is achieved, it cannot replace humans in more complex tasks. And it still requires human oversight and guardrails to perform optimally. These are loopholes that we have to exploit now to become relevant tomorrow. But like every major technological leap before now, artificial intelligence will take over some industries, create others, and leave a few untouched. But the bottom line is this: humans who adapt will continue to matter. And those who don't will be relegated to the background, jobless and wishing they had actually adapted faster. Now, this is a summary of my findings on the question of how AI will change the future of work. And if you want a more in-depth dive on this topic, I've written a blog post on it with the same title on my blog post. I've linked it in the description. If you watched till this part, thank you very much. like, share, and subscribe so that others can hear about this and you can see more of my videos in future.